We are just a stone's throw away from the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame as we get set for football at First Energy Stadium in Cleveland, Ohio. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Cincinnati Bengals and the Cleveland Browns. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. On the ground, this is Derrick Henry. And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
On second down, here's Henry. And he'll get this up only to about the 33. And he got half of what he needed there, 2 yards. And it'll bring up a 3rd and 2 more.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
3rd and 2, Smith. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. first down carry for Henry. He'll get only a couple down to the 44.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Hey, let's settle in. Come on, we're good. Hey. I said 580.
Now a whistle, and I think a penalty here for a delay. No, they're going to say timeout. They did get the timeout in time. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Now the rookie first-rounder from San Diego State, it's Rashad Penny, and able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. The safety Landon Collins there to make the tackle. They'll try and run for it with Penny. And he's able to get it to the 33, good enough for a first down. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well. Now a play fake here on first down. Dumps that off to Penny as running back. And down inside the 15 he goes. The Browns passing game finding its stride. They've got another first down.
Nice little nifty play for him there. Yeah, that's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. And I'm talking about being able to use the backside of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover, hey, we got everybody oh, he just snuck out there, and they just got a nice first down there.
What do we love to say? Get those backs into space, right? And they were able to do that there. Nice pickup on first down. Nice job there after the setback. 11 yards, and now it's 2nd and goal. And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Trying to punch it in with Henry. They're able to get a couple here, but won't get across the plane as they stop him right around the 1.
To me, that's a terrific run on 1st and goal with the 3. They got 2 yards. I'd line right back up and give it to him again.
And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Driven it down the field nicely here on the opening drive, but now it's put up or shut up.
No doubt about it, because to make that type of a drive and ultimately kick a field goal would feel very disappointing. But I'm just wondering, is the head coach thinking, is this 4-down territory? Might he go for it?
I said. Check. Spread no.
Now with just 1 second showing on the play clock, we're going to get a timeout. And that's their second charge timeout here in this first quarter. They're down to 1 remaining. Now Lutz for the field goal try. From the left hash, a chip shot here. And Lutz puts this one through. And the Browns are out to a 3-0 lead. So the field goal there caps what winds up to be an 11-play drive.
Well, partner, that's a lot of offense to run there to only get 3 points. I just wonder, are they going to recycle those plays because they were successful in getting 3? Or do you go to another section of the playbook trying to find ones that get you into the end zone, get you 6?
And a little dangerous there, almost a penalty, but it does get into the end zone before going over the sideline for a touchback. They'll look to throw on first down with Josh Rosen. And the Browns pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down.
And so much for that great field position to start the game. Now they're way behind the sticks. Can't wait to see what their second down call is going to look like now.
After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. A first carry for the rookie Nick Chubb. And he roams across the 20 to the 24-yard line. A good positive play there, 9 yards, but still 3rd and long.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
On 3rd down, Rosen. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning. Hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. A good return there, 17 yards. And the Browns will take over, 1st and 10. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. The partner, just looking at some of the struggles they've had this season, the playoffs are not in their future. As they start to peer toward the offseason, what moves might they make?
I think the running back position, and I know we talk all the time about the NFL being a passing league, but the teams that run the ball effectively, they're the ones that go deep into the playoffs and go to the Super Bowl. They have to upgrade here. And you and I both know in recent years in the draft, people have shied away from taking a runner early, but there's that special one there. I say they go get him.
And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
On!
Here's Smith now on 2nd down. Going deep here for Bryant. It's caught inside the 25. And they're going to have this way down in Cincinnati territory. They give them a gain of 37. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down.
Settle down, huh? I said!
Again to Henry. And good downhill running. He's got 6 yards down to the 13. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
Now a toss. This is West. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. A 3-yard pickup on 2nd and 4. Now they'll need to convert here on 3rd and a little more than a yard. Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? So a pretty big third down mistake right there.
No doubt about it, and everyone's going to be upset. But they have to get out of this now and go ahead and play. They could have someone come at them in a big way on the next down.
So a 1st and 5 now after the 5-yard action. Smith. Oh, he had 6 points in his hands there. Couldn't hang on. 2nd down.
Get your backs to the goal line. I can hear my high school coach right now. This is when force meets force. Got to be physical in order to win this battle.
Yeah, that's where the physicality pays off. A nice job forcing the contact and forcing the incompletion.
Yeah, Coach Ford would have loved that play.
2nd and goal, and Penny standing by himself in the backfield. They get it to him running left. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. Give him right around 4 on the carry. We'll see if they want to keep pounding here on 3rd and goal.
I said, IDD! I said,
here's Henry, and he's in. Touchdown, Browns. Derrick Henry with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Browns add 6 to their lead. That option pitch we saw, we don't witness a ton of that in the NFL, but it worked there down near the goal line for a score.
And it's actually a great call in goal line situations because as more and more quarterbacks enter the league with that mobility and having run option in college, more pro teams are adding it to their arsenal. And now it's not just, does the quarterback run it? Does he pitch it? Now they've added that 3rd element. He can rise up and throw the ball as well.
Cincinnati now ready to take the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. They start on the ground with Nick Chubb. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. That one good for 10 yards. And it'll be 2nd and very short.
Now, that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've kind of hit the jackpot there.
On 2nd down, Rosen. Flushed out right. Fitzgerald's got it right side. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. That one goes for 24 yards. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. On 1st down, it's Rosen. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. Seems like this defense, especially the secondary, has really been contesting about every throw in this first half.
Remind me of a good half-court defensive basketball team. Every time a pass is thrown, they're right there in good defensive position, able to affect the play.
Rosen again on 2nd and 10. The 20. And Diggs has it. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That one goes for 24 yards. A first chance in the red zone for the Bengals now. They have a 1st and 10 at the 18. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he stopped immediately there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man.
Rocky 56. Rocky 56.
Now Rosen to throw on second down. And his throw here's incomplete.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion. From the gun, it's Rosen. And he's going to go down. Back at the 27-yard line, he's sacked.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes. And just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, their quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
And Bullock will put this one through, and they get themselves on the board here. It's 10-3. Now, that's something of a pick-me-up, and the offense certainly has struggled, but they do get the field goal before half to put 3 on the board.
Yeah, you don't want to be shut out, but let's face it, those 3 points, that's not going to solve all their problems either.
After the field goal now, it's Bullock to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Browns offense heading back out to take possession, and they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
The drive begins with a handoff to West. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because when they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play. He did have the touchdown run earlier, but not a heck of a lot more than that throughout this game.
No, not at all. In fact, I would say that this defense has done as good of a job on him as they have on any runner in recent memory. And it's complete. Henry. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That'll move the sticks for the Browns, a gain of 12. 2 minutes remain here in the first half. More from Cleveland after this.
Yeah, 52.
Smith turns and gives to West. And he'll take this one up close to about the 45.
Let's go, 15.
Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Well, he's looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple of yards out of it. So those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
Yep, rip. Liz. Hey, 52.
On the toss, there goes West. And he'll fight his way forward to about the 48-yard line. Tackle made by Thomas Davis.
He was hoping to get to the edge, but they did a really nice job of forcing him back inside. That's excellent fundamental defensive football. Don't let them outside where they can really shred your defense.
Yeah.
We go, G. Check 37.
Settle down, huh?
From the gun on 3rd down, Smith. The Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes. And now the Bengal defense here calling a timeout as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. On 4th down, here's Matt Bosher on to punt. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. He'll return it from the 6. his sights on the end zone, no doubt, but is brought down after a huge return there. And the Bengals will take over in terrific field position. So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10. From midfield now, here's Rosen. Over the middle, the tight end Shaheen with it. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. And now we won't see a play on 1st down. We're going to get a timeout instead as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They go play action here on 1st down. He's going to let this one go deep. And it drops down incomplete. Thought he might have had it. Instead, 2nd down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Well, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah.
Not an actual player. Not a chance at all. Way easier said than done.
That'll be incomplete as the clock will stop with 14 seconds remaining. The 3 straight incompletions, they don't care. That hasn't dissuaded them. They're going to go for it on 4th. They're going on 4th down. Rosen. And that's incomplete. Clock stops with 10 seconds left. The Bengals try it, but it doesn't work out. And this Browns defense stands tall. Heading out as the Cleveland offense now as they get set to take over here. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
He's going to air one out. Oh, so close to an interception. Read that beautifully. Got his hands on it. Couldn't get it. And it's 2nd down. They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. The final shot here before break. Smith. Going deep here for Bryant. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Landon Collins. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So we have reached halftime here in Cleveland with the Browns on top. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. That'll be taken in the end zone. The Red Sea parts, and there he goes. And he takes it all the way, but there is laundry on the field. A flag is down, and I think this one's coming back.
I agree.
A give. This is Chubb. Now the ball comes loose, and I think the Browns got it. They did. And they came out of the locker trailing. Not a good way to start this second half with their first drive.
Can't imagine that the discussion at halftime encompassed this at all. In fact, I'm sure they talked about, okay, kind of wipe the slate clean, start the second half, and let's go out and play the way we know that we can. That's not a great example of it.
They didn't envision that.
Watch it now, Barney! Barney!
Following the fumble recovery, it's Rosen. And with a flag down, he goes down. So they're able to sack him. Now the penalty looks like it could be holding. Let's find out. So they will take the sack instead of the penalty.
And it takes another down off the series. But the biggest one of all, do you want to tell the guy who just got the sack that it no longer counts?
No.
No, not at all.
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. From the shotgun, it's Rosen fighting through pressure. And that one goes incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it.
I'd love to know what he's saying in the huddle now to his guys up front, because it's been a steady stream of pressure on him this entire game. That time, able to avoid the sack, but he's got to talk to his offensive line and say, guys, just a couple seconds extra, please.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. And now it's Rosen looking, escaping the pressure right. Now he'll let it go deep. They've got his man, complete. And they do finally get him down, but not before he reaches the 41. A big 3rd down play there for the Bengals. 46 yards. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Here's Rosen working the middle here. That's complete to Everett, the tight end. There he goes right side. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Gerald Everett, his first touchdown on the year. And the Bengals are an extra point away from tying up this football game.
Remember the one-dimensional tight ends who just put their hand in the ground and block people? Well, if you're that guy now, you're probably a fullback in an I-formation offense. These tight ends nowadays can do everything. Block, run, and catch. Beautiful connection for a touchdown.
Extra point up and good by Bullock. And we are even at 10 apiece. That's fielded in the end zone. What a spin. Oh, and now he bowls him over. And he gets it out to the 25-yard line. Flag down. This could set him back. Now, this is going to put him back with not great field position.
So they really got zero benefit at all, right? Sometimes you can absorb a penalty when you get a big return. Then the penalty brings it back, but you still have great field position. As you pointed out, not in this case.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10.
Let's go, yellow. Great 15.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
To throw on 2nd down is Smith. And this one complete to Charkandrick West. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Just what the Browns needed there. Good for a gain of 17. Now a 1st down throw. It's Smith. Looking for Johnson, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 38. And he'll get this one out to the 50 to the midfield stripe. Now after that last play, there's a Bengal down on the field. Not something you want to see in Week 16 or any week, really. We'll be right back. A very good starting field position for the Bengals here as they come up 1st and 10. Here's Nick Chubb as they try to fire up this run game. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
From the midfield strike, they'll look to throw. And, boy, that one drops incomplete. But if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble.
We've seen these defenses make enough opportunistic plays to keep this one low scoring. Flying around, making plays on the ball, and we see yet another errant throw as a result.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
And the blitz does come. And he's able to find Diggs. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 12 yards that time and a Cincinnati first down.
Partner, this is one of the best routes anyone can have in their offensive playbook. Tough to defend because you think it's a go route, and then he breaks it back on the comeback. There's one other thing you need as well.
A well-thrown ball.
Exactly right. You have a guy that has some precision in throwing the football because of the timing of the route.
And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. 23 yards on the pickup there and a first. Right back to him on first down. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
And that's exactly what you want on a first down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
They go with Chubb on second down. And now running right through him. Call it a gain of 4 there, so it sets up a big play here. 3rd and a yard.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
A field goal would get them the lead, but that's not what they're shooting for as they come up on 3rd down.
Watch it now, Barney, Barney.
They'll run for it. Here's Chubb. And he's able to pick up the first before he's brought down inside the 5 at the 4. They only got 2, but that was enough as they'll convert to make it 1st and goal.
Detroit! Detroit! Leopard! Leopard!
And they'll throw it with Rosen. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Tony Jefferson. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. He's had his interception woes early in his rookie season, but sometimes that happens. There are great examples of guys in the past that have had those same struggles early.
You are so correct. And what the team and organization is hoping, we're going to see these woes now. But later, when we're helping him with his Hall of Fame speech, we'll remember his rookie year and how things began.
And he's out of bounds, but not before a big pickup that time on what's going to wind up being the final play of the 3rd quarter. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10.
Let's go, yellow. I'm coming after you. I'm coming.
10th carry now for Derrick Henry. And he'll get this up past the 45 to the 47. Grady Jarrett with the tackle.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
Rip. Yellow.
On 2nd down, here's Smith. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by the Michigan man, Jake Ryan. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. After the interception, here's Rosen. Throw right side is into the hands of his tight end, Everett. An ideal beginning of the drive there as they'll get 20 and a 1st down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
This quarterback now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. This is Richard. He'll wind up getting 4 down to the 36.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down, a very solid gain on that play.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Off the play fake, here's Rosen. Eluding the pressure right. Incomplete. A pretty good coverage there, and both of these defenses, they've had good coverage throughout this one.
No doubt about it, and in today's NFL, where we're used to a bit more scoring, this feels almost like a well-pitched game in baseball on both sides where the tension continues to build. Who's going to make the big play?
So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Play action here with Rosen. And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. Terrell Basham, he's the one that gets him down. It'll be a loss of 5, and it'll bring up 4th down. Tie game, 4th quarter, and they're going for this thing on 4th down.
Hurry up, here we go. Green 39. Green 39.
4th down, here's Rosen. He can run for it, and he will. And he'll slide down to avoid the tackle. How about them biting off 15 yards there on the 4th down attempt and keeping the drive alive? Well, there you go. Save your best scramble of the day for a big-time situation in the 4th quarter, picking up the 1st.
You don't want to use it up early, right? You want to make sure you save it for that exact moment, that key time, and that's what he did, although you and I both know it wasn't planned that way. But what a nice job using his eyes, scanning the field, and realizing when it was time to exit the pocket and go.
And incomplete, he dropped it in the end zone.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10.
All right, here we go.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Now, after that last play, there's a Bengal down on the field. Not something you want to see in Week 16 or any week, really. We'll be right back. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long.
Detroit! Detroit!
Now Rosen looking to throw. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
That's a good job there creating the contact to force the incompletion. And now, since it's 4th down, that should set up a field goal situation.
And a nice sigh of relief defensively to be able to hold them to 3. And Bullock will put this one through, and they will take the lead at 13-10. So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
Andre Roberts now to return it. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. The Browns offense trotting back onto the field. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12.
Let's go. Let's go.
Here's Smith now on 2nd down. And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by the Michigan man, Jake Ryan. And they will finally put it into the return, but not until he takes it back all the way inside the 10-yard line. He was looking for Parker that time, so 1st and goal. 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. They'll run with Chubb. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. He'll get 6 on the ground there, and it'll be 2nd and goal coming up.
Oh, Brandon, I'm going to tell you, this is football time to me. They're inside the 10-yard line. That's like drawing the line in the sand. Who's going to make the stand here? Defensive guys, they know if he gets in the end zone, this ball game is over. And the guys with the football right now, they're thinking, let's just pound it in there.
Got to hold him to 3 to keep this a one-score game. The battle in the trenches never more important than right now. This is 3rd and inches. Time for a break. We'll come back for the electrifying conclusion after this. Now, this is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here.
Gone, gone! Gone, gone! Gone, gone! Gone, gone!
Here's Rosen. And too much on that one. It's out of the back of the end zone, incomplete.
I'm going to need some help with this one. How did he miss him? Wide open in the end zone. He's not hurried. He's not hit. And somehow, incomplete?
Yeah.
What happened?
During film study, that's one where he's just going to shake his head, not be able to believe it.
6 points go by the wayside on that one.
So they get the 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they'd feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And then finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you've got to do something
Heads up.
to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. Cameron Hayward in on the tackle. The Browns try to get back and set quickly here. Time ticking away. He'll look to throw. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete. So the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down. So he's unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is he just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
And he's got his man. It's the tight end Clay. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving.
Hey, back up, back up, back up, back up.
They'll look to throw. And he fires one incomplete. Charles Clay is tight in the intended target, and that'll bring up second down.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. He's back to throw. Johnson with a completion over the middle. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
Okay, there's 3 timeouts left, right?
Think you got to use one here, don't you?
No doubt about it. I'd use one right here.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Back to throw. And Bryant's got it over the middle. And he is in as they have tied it late here in the final minute of the 4th quarter. They got the dramatic score to tie the game here late 4th quarter. Now all eyes resting on the foot of one man.
Yeah, no doubt about it. And your brother called me before the game. That's his guy in fantasy. He needs this one badly.
What's good on the extra point. And that is going to put him on top by a point, and it sets us up for quite a finish. Here's Bosher to kick it away. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. They only need a field goal. Obviously, the clock a huge factor. They'll be watching that. What do they need to do here, Charles?
Your sequence of plays has to get you out of bounds. Completions, get out of bounds, gain some yardage. Then when the clock hits 7 seconds or left, now you've got a decision. Are you in field goal range, or is it Hail Mary time? Because from 7 seconds down, you don't want to take a shot that you're going to have another play.
We'll see how they handle it. Back to throw. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. And before the second down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout. As they get it with just 19 seconds left on the clock. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. Rosen to throw. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Tony Jefferson. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10. Down to a knee here. The defense still with a couple of timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them. And, Charles, I think when the schedule comes out, all teams, no matter where they're predicted to finish, talk about protecting your home turf. They were able to do that here in this one.
Similar to a tennis match, right? Not letting them break your serve. That way you hold on to it. They got it done, and they feel very good about that victory.
So for Cleveland, it's a rare peak in a season of valleys as they move to 3-12 now on the year. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Baltimore Ravens. Meanwhile, for the Bengals, Things get even uglier now as they fall to 2-13. And they'll try to rebound next week as they head to Heinz Field to take on the Steelers. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.